Welcome back, movie enthusiasts. Today we're diving into a highly anticipated sequel, over 2 decades in the making. That's right, Ridley Scott has returned with Gladiator II, a follow-up to his 2000 masterpiece that left us awestruck with its mix of spectacle, emotion, and timeless storytelling. Now, the question on everyone's mind is, can Scott, at 86 years old, deliver a film that not only entertains, but also lives up to the legacy of Gladiator? Spoiler alert, it's a mixed bag. There's a lot to love, but it's not without its flaws. In this review, we're going to break it all down. The story, the action, the characters, and the themes, while addressing the big question, does this movie truly honor Maximus's legacy? Let's start with the story. It's been 16 years since we last saw the sands of Rome stained with blood. Gladiator II picks up with Lucius, the boy Maximus saved in the original, now a grown man played by the incredible Paul Mescal. Lucius has faced immense personal tragedy, the death of his wife, the loss of his home, and the collapse of Rome under tyrannical rule. But here's where the narrative takes a different turn from its predecessor. While Gladiator was a deeply personal revenge story, this sequel shifts its focus to political intrigue and societal decay. It's less about Lucius's vendetta and more about his inner struggle, how to balance his desire for revenge with the responsibility of restoring Rome's glory. Now, this is where the pacing comes into play. The film doesn't take the time to dwell on Lucius's personal loss in the way the original did with Maximus. For example, his wife's death feels more like a plot device than a heartfelt moment. It's a shame because Mescal has the range to explore this grief, but the script rushes him straight into the Colosseum. Spectacle over substance. If there's one area where Gladiator II shines, it's the action. Ridley Scott doesn't hold back, throwing us into massive, meticulously choreographed set pieces. Naval battles in the Colosseum? Check. Gladiators fighting wild animals, including monkeys? Check. It's a visual feast, and the sheer scale is breathtaking. But here's the thing. The action feels more polished and digitalized compared to the gritty realism of the original. Remember the weight you felt when real tigers lunged at Maximus? That's missing here. The VFX are impressive, but they lack that tangible danger. That said, the cinematography by John Mathieson is a triumph. His return to the franchise ensures the sequel retains the visual consistency of its predecessor. The massive sets, intricate costumes, and textured props all look incredible on the big screen. Now let's talk about the characters. Paul Mescal delivers a solid performance as Lucius, even if his motivations feel underdeveloped at first. It's only when he reconnects with his mother Lucilla, played by the brilliant Connie Nielsen, that his character begins to shine. Lucilla is the emotional heart of the film, grappling with guilt and regret over her family's role in Rome's downfall. Nielsen elevates every scene she's in, even if her character arc feels predictable. Pedro Pascal's Marcus Acacius is another standout. What begins as a seemingly cliched villainous role transforms into a nuanced portrayal of a man torn between duty and ambition. And then there's Denzel Washington as Maximus, the real scene stealer. His portrayal of a manipulative gladiator-turned-politician adds layers of complexity to the story. Maximus is both charismatic and terrifying, embodying the dangerous allure of power. Here's where Gladiator II becomes more than just a historical epic. The film dives deep into themes of tyranny, unity, and the cyclical nature of oppression. Lucius's question to the Roman people, "Do you honor your heroes by cheering for their heads?" resonates profoundly in today's world. The film mirrors modern societal issues, from the exploitation of the masses to the dangers of blind loyalty to corrupt leaders. Denzel Washington's Maximus embodies this commentary. His ability to manipulate truth for personal gain is chillingly relevant, reflecting how power can corrupt even the most noble intentions. It's not subtle, but it doesn't need to be. Ridley Scott is holding up a mirror to society, asking us to confront uncomfortable truths. So, what's the final verdict on Gladiator II? It's an ambitious sequel that delivers breathtaking action and compelling themes, but falls short of the emotional depth that made the original a masterpiece. It's worth watching for the spectacle, the performances, and Ridley Scott's craftsmanship. But if you're expecting a story as emotionally rich as Maximus's journey, you might leave the theater wanting more. Let's keep the conversation going. What did you think of Gladiator II? Did it live up to your expectations, or did it leave you longing for the original? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more reviews, and ring the bell to stay updated on all things cinema. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and keep exploring the stories that shape our world.